Mm-hmm. The night was long, the charts were hard to read. Every candle tested what I believed. The market moved in ways I couldn't control, but I stayed patient and protected my soul. There were moments when I wanted to let go, watching price move fast and then move slow. Yeah, something told me just to trust the plan and let the trade unfold the way it can. Through every pullback, through every fear, I held my ground and stayed right here. Finally closed in profit after all the waiting through the storm. Finally closed in profit, and somehow it feels like so much more. Not just numbers on a screen, not just another trade complete. It's proof that patience has a voice, and discipline can lead to victory. The green appeared beneath the morning sky, a quiet smile, a satisfied sigh. No need to celebrate too loud tonight. The journey itself already feels right, because the profit isn't only what I made, it's every emotion that I overcame. The fear of losing, the urge to chase, the lessons hidden in every place. The market taught me how to see the greatest edges mastering me. Finally closed in profit after all the waiting through the storm. Finally closed in profit, and somehow it feels like so much more. Not just numbers on a screen, not just another trade complete. It's proof that patience has a voice, and discipline can lead to victory. I used to think success was all about the game, but now I know it comes through growth and pain. Every stop loss, every sleepless night helped me learn how to trade right. The chart was only part of the story. The real win was building consistency, and every trade that followed the plan made me stronger than I was then. Finally closed in profit, and gratitude fills the air. Finally closed in profit, for every lesson that brought me here. Not just money, not just green, not just achieving what I've seen. The greatest profit of them all was learning not to fear the fall. The trade is closed, the screen grows dim, the city lights begin to swim. Another chapter comes to an end. I remember all the nights I stayed awake, watching every move, every risk I take. The chart kept testing everything I knew, as I chased a dream that felt impossible to pursue. The losses came, the lessons followed too, building patience in the things I had to do. Every setback shaped the road ahead, every candle wrote a story in my head. There were moments I almost walked away, but something inside me chose to stay. When the target is reached, the feeling's hard to explain. Not because of the numbers, but because I survived the rain. When the target is reached, I look back and finally see the greatest reward wasn't the profit, it was who I became on the journey. The screen glows green beneath the morning light, a quiet victory after every fight. No fireworks falling from the sky above, just gratitude for everything it took. The market taught me discipline and grace, how to lose without losing my place, and how success is built one step at a time. Not overnight, but through the climb. Every challenge had a purpose in the end. Every struggle became a friend. When the target is reached, the feeling's hard to explain. Not because of the numbers, but because I survived the rain. When the target is reached, I look back and finally see the greatest reward wasn't the profit, it was who I became on the journey. The goal I chased for so long was never really just about being strong. It was learning to trust the process every day, even when the market moved the other way. Because targets come and targets go, but the lessons stay and help us grow. And every dream that's finally achieved begins with the courage to believe. When the target is reached, a new horizon appears. The finish line becomes a doorway to even bigger dreams. When the target is reached, I smile and understand success is not a destination, it's becoming the person who can. For so long, I've been trapped inside a range, watching the same walls, waiting for a change. Every candle carried hope and doubt, wondering when I'd finally break out. The nights were long, the road was hard to see, but something deep inside believed in me. While others quit when progress felt too slow, I stayed the course and let the process grow. The pressure built with every passing day, but pressure turns to power when you stay. It's a breakout toward the dream, beyond the limits I've ever seen. Through every setback, every fear, the destination's finally near. A breakout toward the dream, like sunlight bursting through the seams. The walls that once surrounded me can no longer keep me from being free. The market moves, the resistance starts to fade, rewarding every sacrifice I made. The breakout isn't only on the chart, it's happening deep inside my heart. Every lesson, every loss, every scar brought me closer to where I am now. The dream I chased through sleepless nights alone is finally beginning to be shown. The ceiling that once blocked my view became the bridge I walked across to break through. It's a breakout toward the dream, beyond the limits I've ever seen. Through every setback, every fear, the destination's finally near. A breakout toward the dream, like sunlight bursting through the seams. The walls that once surrounded me can no longer keep me from being free. Dreams don't happen overnight, they're built through discipline and sacrifice. One candle at a time, one step each day, until the barriers give way. The breakout came when I stopped chasing fast and learned that true success is made to last. Not by luck, not by chance alone, but by believing when the seeds weren't shown. It's a breakout toward the dream, and now I know what it truly means. Success is more than reaching higher highs, it's becoming stronger through the climb. Break out toward the dream, the future shines in shades of green, and everything I hope to find was waiting on the other side. The chart keeps moving, the journey goes on. Another resistance now is gone, and I remember that night, staring at the screen, wondering if my dreams were bigger than they seemed. Every candle carried hope and doubt, trying to figure what this journey was about. The losses came before the lessons stayed. I learned the hard way with every trade I made, but deep inside I never let it go, believing one day I would finally know. The market tested everything in me, patience became the key. My first take profit, I still remember how it felt. Not because of what I earned, but because I proved it to myself. My first take profit, a small victory in the night, a single moment saying maybe I'm finally doing something right. The numbers weren't enough to change my life. No fancy cars, no luxury inside, but something bigger happened deep within. Confidence was starting to begin. The chart moved exactly as I planned. For one side lost it in my own hand. No chasing candles, no emotional trade, just discipline, finally getting paid. It wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was patience getting its reward at last. My first take profit, I still remember how it felt. Not because of what I earned, but because I proved it to myself. My first take profit, a small victory in the night, a single moment saying maybe I'm finally doing something right. Some people saw a number on a screen, but they didn't know what it really means. The sleepless nights, the losses and mistakes, the sacrifices every trader makes. That little profit wasn't just a gain, it was surviving every drop of pain. A sign that growth was finally taking shape, on discipline, step at a time. Each day, my first take profit still shines inside my memory. The moment fear began to fade and confidence started growing in me. My first take profit, not the biggest I'll ever see, but the one that changed everything, because it taught me to believe. The market closed, the night moved on, but the feeling stayed long after dawn. A small green number on a screen, the beginning of a bigger dream. The sky is painted green. I woke up to a different kind of light. The shadows of the past were out of sight. The charts were glowing brighter than before, like hope was knocking softly at my door. The road was long, the nights were cold and slow. Through every storm I learned to let things grow. And now the horizon feels so wide, with quiet confidence I cannot hide. The clouds are moving far away, something beautiful begins today. The sky is painted green tonight, like every dream has come alive. After all the waiting and believing, I can finally see the light. The sky is painted green tonight, a color born from sacrifice. Every lesson, every tear, every fight now shines beneath these emerald skies. The market sings a softer melody, not about the profits alone to me, but about the strength I found inside, the courage that refused to run and hide. The candles rise like stars across the screen, reflecting places I have never been. Yet every step has brought me to this view, a sky once imagined coming true. The fear is fading with the rain, and gratitude remains. The sky is painted green tonight, like every dream has come alive. After all the waiting and believing, I can finally see the light. The sky is painted green tonight, a color born from sacrifice. Every lesson, every tear, every fight now shines beneath these emerald skies. I used to think success was far away, some distant place beyond another day. But now I know the secret all along was learning how to stay strong. The green above is more than market gain. It's every time I stood through doubt and pain, the color of persistence in the end, the reward of becoming my own friend. The sky is painted green tonight, and my heart feels free to fly. Not because the market gave me something, but because I never said goodbye. The sky is painted green tonight, and every star is shining bright. A reminder that the longest roads can lead to the most beautiful sights. The city sleeps beneath the glowing hue, the charts grow. For so many nights I watched the line, a ceiling in the chart, a world in my mind. Every time the price would reach that place, it turned around and faded without a trace. I wondered if I'd ever see the day when all the doubt would finally break away. The market tested every ounce of faith, teaching patience through the times I'd wait. One more candle climbing high, one more chance to touch the sky. Now there's a smile above resistance, a moment I thought I'd never see. After all the waiting and persistence, the market finally set me free. A smile above resistance, like sunlight after endless rain. Proof that every step I took was never made in vain. The breakout came so quietly at first, not with fireworks, not with a burst, just steady strength and confidence inside, the kind you build when you stop trying to hide. The chart was more than numbers on a screen, it reflected who I had become between the losses, lessons, struggles, and mistakes. Every sacrifice a trader makes, the wall that once stood in my way became the path I walk today. Now there's a smile above resistance, a moment I thought I'd never see. After all the waiting and persistence, the market finally set me free. A smile above resistance, like sunlight after endless rain. Proof that every step I took was never made in vain. Resistance resistance wasn't there to stop my climb. It was there to teach me over time that growth begins beyond the fear, and rewards belong to those who persevere. The breakout wasn't only on the chart, it happened deep inside my heart. The line I thought would hold me down became the place I earned my crown. There's a smile above resistance and gratitude within my soul, because success is not one moment, it's every lesson that made me whole. A smile above resistance, and now I finally understand. The strongest breakouts happen first, inside the heart, before the plan. The candles glow beneath the morning light. The battle's over for tonight. And some so many nights beneath the city lights, watching charts and chasing distant sights. The candles moved, the market had its say, while I kept learning day by day. There were moments when I doubted all I knew, wondering if I'd ever make it through. But deep inside I held on to the flame, believing one day things would change. Every setback built a stronger heart. Every ending led to a brand new start. This is the profit I've been waiting for. More than numbers, it's so much more. It's every lesson, every sacrifice. Every time I stood back up and tried. This is the profit I've been waiting for. The reward behind every closed door. Not just the green upon the screen, but the person I've become in between. The market taught me patience through the pain, how to stay steady in the pouring rain. Not every trade was meant to win, but every loss helped me grow within. The profit came when I stopped chasing fast and learned that real success is built to last. Discipline became my guiding light through every uncertain night. The road was longer than I planned, but now I finally understand. This is the profit I've been waiting for. More than numbers, it's so much more. It's every lesson, every sacrifice. Every time I stood back up and tried. This is the profit I've been waiting for. The reward behind every closed door. Not just the green upon the screen, but the person I've become in between. I thought the goal was reaching higher highs, but wisdom showed me a different prize. The market wasn't changing, only my account. It was shaping who I am right now. The profit isn't measured by the gain, it's measured by the strength that remains. When fear is gone and patience stays, that's when the real reward is made. This is the profit I've been waiting for. A dream that's worth the struggle for, and not because the numbers finally grew, but because I stayed committed through. This is the profit I've been waiting for, and now I see what it was for. The greatest victory I could achieve was learning to believe in me. The candles glow beneath the morning sky. Another chapter. The morning light is shining through my room. A different feeling hanging in the gloom. The charts that once were painted red and gray are finally telling a new story today. I've spent so many nights learning to wait, trust in the process instead of my fate. Through every lesson, every stormy sky, I kept believing my time would arrive. The road was long, but I stayed true. Now the horizon's breaking through. It's green today. The clouds have moved away. After all the sleepless nights, I can finally see the light. It's green today, and hope is here to stay. Every lesson, every scar helped me become who I am. The candles rise like music in the air, a quiet reward for all the times I cared. Not every win is measured by the game. Sometimes it's simply growing through the pain. The market taught me patience and control, how to protect my heart and guard my soul. And now I smile at where the journey leads, because success grew slowly like a seed. The struggles made me stronger than before. That's what the waiting was all for. It's green today. The clouds have moved away. After all the sleepless nights, and gratitude fills the air. Not because the market smiled on me, but because I never stopped. The charts will change, the colors come and go. Tomorrow brings